Got 2 dowel pins in here. New O-ring on the oil jet. Make sure you clean it down. Make sure all your passengers are nice and clean in there. Push it in. Screw. Now we're ready to put our new head gasket on. Snag that.
This is an exhaust gasket. This is intake cover gasket.
That side's up.
Again, there's only one way it can go on here.
So there's an upside.
It only fits one way, buddy.
I see that now.
Do you?
I sees that.
And on the dowels, oil jacket or water jackets, oil drains. Kind of a chintzy head gasket, if I'm honest, dude. Whatevs. Ballers on a budget. I hate my life. Alright, we got the head on the block. Next up, we'll actually be installing the head bolts. You the man. Okay, so we're going to put the bolts in, the head bolts, as it were. Alright, so put a little Lucas on the threads, so you make sure you get an accurate torque reading. Just spread around the thread a little bit, drop it in there. Now these go to 49 foot-pounds. You're going to start from the middle, you're going to work your way out. So first thing I'm going to do is go around and sort all these down by hand. All right, we're going to start off with 20 foot-pounds. I'm going to do it 20, 40, and then 49. Bam, torque down.
All right, next, Cam.
Actually, I guess we need to clean the cam followers because they're all going to sit in here. Yes, we'll clean those down, clean them up, mean green them, get them nice and clean. We'll set those in there, and then we'll put the cams in, start torquing shit down. I was going to say, there you go. You've got most of a long block here, man. You've got the head back on now. That's a good step, yes.
Yeah.
Make you feel more like this.
We weren't supposed to be using any gasket material here, were we? Any kind of...
No, the head. No, we can keep on.
Okay, to clean the followers, I got to just take them over there one at a time because they're in a particular order, aren't they?
They are in a particular order. Very good. All right, so Keeb's going to go ahead and keep on singing. And what the man? They have to stay in order. The balls have worn to these individual pieces. The reason this all has to stay in order, give me one of those.
No.
Just one.
No. Reorganize.
Don't reorganize them. Put them back where they were.
I didn't get that order. They just fell over sideways.
Okay, you got to turn that around. You are 180 degrees out of whack. Yeah, see, this is the intake side. Bam. All right. So the whole reason here is that these fit in these little ball areas, see? And we have to actually, after we clean these, we have to make sure that we actually put a little dab of Lucas on each one of these, all right? But these will sit on here just like so. You see how it's got the little grip? Holds on to it. Bam. Then the cam goes in.
Okay. I'm going to go clean now.
Yeah, go ahead and clean them. Everything else looks pretty good here. So, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put a dollop of Lucas in every one of these. Lucas, heavy duty oil stabilizer. Please don't ever put this in your vehicle, but it makes a great assembly lube.
This moment not brought to you by
No, in no way was this moment brought to you by Lucas. So now we've got the rocker followers on. Cam followers, I guess technically you call them. Did you put a little dab of Lucas on each of these?
No, you didn't tell me to.
I'm telling you to. Put a dab of Lucas on the tip of each one of those. We don't want it to start dry. We're still going to spin the whole thing over and prime the whole entire oil system. But it's the principle. See, the nice thing too is you see how you're getting some on the cam journals. We're going to be putting some on every cam journal.
Questions.
You've got questions. We've got answers. All right, so first you want to take a little bit of oil, also known as Lucas. And you want to run some Lucas down along where the seal's going to sit. It doesn't push up against that, though.
I didn't know if it did or not from doing it.
Yeah. It goes on that first journal. You can see the wear area where the old one was. All right. Take your seal. Carefully push it down on there, just like that. Careful. Careful. Don't like. Move it over anything. All right. I'll put your keyway in.
John's busy with something else, so we're going to continue on with the Prelude. Get the cam holders installed. What we did before we laid the cams in, we went ahead and took the cam guides, or the book calls them roller rockers, but they're not really roller rockers. Howard. We had to bust this nut loose and back these adjustment screws back all the way so that so we broke the nut loose and backed the stud all the way out so it's not tightened down. There's no adjustment on the rocker arms. That way we can put the clamps or cam holders down in order. They're all numbered here. Like, for example, this one's intake number 6. There's our exhaust side. Here's our intake side. So intake number 6 is going to go right there. I'm just going to set them all in a place first, and then I'll get all the hardware, and we'll consult the good book as for the torque specs. Yes, but I believe the book says beforehand to get them all lined up and then just get the screw fairly started, kind of hand tightened, and then tighten down in sequence from the inner to the outer.
You're going to find that you go to tighten them down, that the can's going to want to rock. Your goal is to bring all of them down as evenly as you can.
Once again, I know we've said it many times during this rebuild, but a big thumbs up to that Mean Green for cleaning the crap out of, especially the aluminum. Really, all the metal. It was carboned up, but it's aluminum. I mean, this stuff was pretty much as brown as the spots on this cam, and that are not the lobes and all this bronzy brown color you see here on the steel. All the aluminum was that color. No amount of scrubbing was getting rid of it. Mean Green to the rescue. These end pieces here and here, actually before you install them, you're supposed to put a little dab of gasket maker, Palomar, basically right at each one of these corners. Here, here, again here and here, here and here, here and here. So I'm going to pull these 4 back off and get to that real quick.
All right, so no, not here. It's right here on the corner.
Here, right on the corner.
Yes.
You can actually see where the shit was.
No, the biggest thing though is that I don't know if they've got cams, what they've got for cams that would be better than stock, that would work with your stock bit. That's that.
Yeah, I'm not doing the Osprey. I'm not doing a lot.
I do the cams. I do the Osprey.
Cams. Otherwise, I'll keep cams.
Keep cams.
I'll keep cams.
This actually thrust washer. I have a feeling that probably every one of these. Because you see how these say they're pointing forward? I guarantee you, if we were to actually get here with a micrometer, we would find that every one of these is basically slightly ramped to push the cams forward. All right, Guru, what's next?
The good book. The good book.
Have you read from the good book? I'm not going to lie, I like this little Prelude.
But there was points of goop over here. I'm putting goop, man. I'm gooping it.
No, don't goop it. Don't say goop it. Don't miss it.
But there was goop there before.
Did I put it over here?
I don't know.
No. No, the answer to that was no.
What are you going to do about it?
Squeeze it in there, and then you're going to have to rub the inside of that out. Whereas I had a little bit. Look at this itty bitty line that went in there, you are gonna have like smooge in there. These are 9 foot-pounds. And you're going to want to do them, just like I said, go down a little all the way around. They say 2 full turns. I wouldn't do 2 full turns. I'd do 1 turn all the way around until you had them all down and then torque them. What are you doing? You literally did this one side. You have to do 1, 2. You have to do one entire set before moving on. Otherwise, you can't. Don't do that.
Well, I thought I was going crisscross.
You are, but you're going to do it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, then like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. However you want to do it, but you're doing them in pairs. Always do these.
I was going to do one cam and then the other cam because they're separate. But okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
So 1 full turn.
But go 1. In other words, do 1, 2 across, and then move to the next one. Make sense?
1 full turn. Well, they're all torqued down. Well, on the one, yeah. The one cam, the intake cam. I'm about to move to the exhaust cam. All right, cams are tightened. See, what the good book doesn't need to tell me is that I don't want Hylamar on my cam lobes.
I believe next the good book tells us to put in the seals.
Where's the damn hammer?
For now, we have to drive these seals with the open end, with a closed end and open end with a spring inside, to drive the seals
with the open end facing in towards the camshaft.
It recommends to use a specialized Honda tool that we don't have and we're not going to use. So, what we do have is a socket approximately the same diameter, or the closest thing thereof, to the seal that we'll be driving in. We're going to use that to pop it from the back of the hammer and get it in there. Shows me to put the keyways, little keyway here, goes in that slot. It should be facing up or relatively close to up. We have the camshaft. Keyway fits into that little channel right there. Make sure that part's facing. This faces in towards the can, the lip. Flat side faces out.
I don't know if you why you haven't done this yet, but you want to clean this Hylamar out of these. Well, no, I guess it's not going to dry. Never mind.
That was part of my thought process. It doesn't dry, therefore it'll just help the gasket.
Yeah, at those corners. Those corners are notorious for leaking.
$27 foot-pounds. So I'm going to do 10, 20, and 27. That's these right here. It's wanting me to drive. Oh, wait a minute. See these holes in the camshaft we're talking about? It's want me to put pins in there to line them up with it.
So what you're going to have to do is find something that'll fit down in there.
That's what the pins are for, to keep the camshaft from rotating.
Rotate, yes. Keep it pointing straight up.
Shazam! Next time on Two Idiots Garage. So yes, we'll be installing the rest of the top end seals, valve cover, all that fun stuff. This is as far as we can go right now until we have the timing belt set, which unfortunately was not in stock or at any of the local auto parts stores, so I'm going to order it and wait for it to come in.